if you are not in a place where you can absorb a $10,000 or $15,000 going over budget, you're writing your numbers too tight. It's not a question of if something goes wrong, it's a matter of when something goes wrong. You've got to budget what if something happens. Alright guys, welcome to another video. It is January 15th, Friday, so we're heading out to Nashville. We're going to go check on a couple of the properties. We got Torbit that we need to go check on. We just got our new flip over on 14th that we're going to go check on. We got to make a few decisions on that, what we're going to do with walls, etc. And then we are headed back to Mount Juliet. Need to look at Belinda Parkway, which is my personal house that we're in the process of flipping, and just make a couple decisions on that. And so I'm looking forward to a productive day. All right, we are here at 3214 Torbit Street. I've not been here a minute, so I wanted to come out, check it, look at the progress. Here's where we are. At this point, kitchen cabinets are ordered. They're really just waiting for us to give them a green light and come in there. Inside, the electrical is done. Lights are mounted, candlelights are through the house. And so really, we're at a point, once the drywallers get done with some of their final touches, we'll come through here. We're gonna put in the lights. We got a lot of good stuff moving. Now the bathroom, we actually, it looked a little weird when it was 6 foot, so we're extending that to 7. But if you think about sitting or standing in a 7 foot shower, that thing is massive. So instead of putting the head on the edge, we're actually going to put one of those that go in the ceiling and fall straight down. I think it's going to give a really, really cool vibe. So electric is done. At this point, we're just waiting on the windows. And once the windows get in, we can go out, do the outside, do the finishing touches. Hopefully get this thing wrapped up in the next no more than 45 days. But there's not much you can do when you order windows. It just is what it is right now. So got this tied up, headed over to 14th, the newest flip. Check that out, see where we are. So Nate was asking me, like, what do you do when something goes wrong, or how do you plan for when something goes wrong? When you're underwriting your deals, you have to have this mindset going into it. What do I do when something goes wrong, right? If you are not in a place where you can absorb a $10,000 or $15,000 going over budget, you're writing your numbers too tight. It's not a question of if something goes wrong, it's a matter of when something goes wrong. You've got to budget what if something happens, because the last thing you want to do is go over $15,000 and you don't have the money. If you can't pull that out of pocket, or if you're not in a place financially, then you have got to be a lot more conservative. For us, we have to be able to buy it and renovate it and stay under 80%, because if something happens, we got to drop the house or we go over budget, we're still going to make money, and that's the key to the game.
Because if we go,
I know, but what I'm saying is what I bought has a can light with an exhaust fan.
no, then go with that, because then you got the light for this little spot too, and then we'll have the 2 storage over there.
Oh, you are way out of bounds. All right, we are here at 600 14th, South 14th Street, and it is only day 8, and it is flying. The walls are stripped to the studs, floors are up. And when we pulled it up, there was just pristine hardwoods. So we just got it covered back up with the underlayment from the laminate. But literally 8 days in, it's already stripped. The electric, we had the entire house re-ran, and that's done. I mean, except for a few things here and there, it is done. We already got the cabinet guys scheduled to meet us here. What we're trying to do is lay out what we want here. We're going to blow out this wall to make it just open, and this is again very much like Blackstone. See, my man. So we're gonna do that. That's what we're trying to figure out. We met with a guy that's gonna be reframing it, moving walls here, adding there. In the bathroom, we had to make some decisions on where we're gonna put the showers, or we're gonna just remove one of the windows altogether, put a shower on the back. It's gonna be almost a 7-foot shower, just like the one we had at Torbit. I just think it's gonna open it up a lot more. So good meeting, productive meeting. And from here, we're gonna head back. I'm gonna go to my personal house that we're flipping and just check it out the rest of the day. All right, guys, so we're here in Belinda Parkway. I don't actually think we've done a video on this one, probably just because this is my personal flip. We're not actually moving back in. We're gonna just flip it, sell it. That's why we're in the apartment for now. But if you take a look, we pretty much pulled all the floors up to the house. There's a couple of soft spots, so we went ahead and replaced it. If you come in here, of course, we haven't been here in a few months, so it's pretty dirty. However, in the kitchen, right there, whoops. So we pulled all this up. Right over here, we actually had a wall that separated this little, I don't know, I guess extra living space into the kitchen. And so we just opened it up, we blew it out, blew out this wall. Ultimately, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back and we're gonna put the stove back here, just like we had it. Bottom cabinets, microwave here, top cabinets over here. We're gonna go back cabinets, but we're gonna extend this peninsula out. Put a sink here. Last time it was just so crowded, I hated it. I hated how tight that it felt. This is gonna open it up a lot. We're gonna put a little spot to where it has the raised bar, so you can put bar stools there. And ultimately, I just think it's gonna open up this entire room. So upstairs, we didn't really do much upstairs other than we of course ripped up these steps. We're going to redo all the floors top to bottom. We're leaving the bathroom here like it sits. The big difference is going to be this master. Of course, the layout of this is going to be the same. We're going to keep this wall up here. There was literally in this little bitty bathroom 2 walls. One wall that went into the closet, and then you kind of walked in, there was a sink, and then another wall, and none of the doors open and closed. It was really weird. We took out all the walls. And this one, we actually closed in another, I think, 6 inches or so, just to add space. And then the shower, we took out altogether. And actually, just like we do on our other flips, I'm reconfiguring it to put the shower against that back wall. So it'll have a 6-foot top to bottom tile shower. Then we'll have a double vanity and a toilet. And I just think that kind of having that open space will really free it up quite a bit. And then there's a few things, you know, maintenance around the house that we're gonna do. The goal, hopefully, is end of January, 1st February, we're gonna have this sucker done, back on the market. We're putting the drywall back up now, and we'll start on the floors within a week or 2, get this thing ready to go. So anyway, this is last stop. We do have a couple more things prior to tonight. Got a little post birthday celebration that'll be fun, so we're gonna drop off Nate. But anyway, just remember, guys, think about the unexpected. Think about, all right, how do I protect myself if something goes wrong? And if you do that, worst case scenario, you're still in a good spot. Best case scenario, you make more money, or you have more time, or everything like that. You've got to plan for those things, because when people go wrong, it's when people, just they have to make the numbers work. They have to have this. Everything has to be on schedule, or you're screwed. Don't ever put yourself. You got to have leverage. So anyway, I love you guys. Until next time, go make some magic happen.